Hello, it's Susan Duclos from All News Pipeline. It's December 19th, 2014. I'm over at stevecoyle.com's website. The reason we're going to start here is because we're going to go through a few of his SQ alerts. These are individuals from across the country that give him eyewitness accounts of what's happening in their town. We're going to focus here on preppers being targeted, on food shortages, on things that the mainstream media are not bringing to the attention of the general populace. And the reason we're doing this at Steve's site is because he is the only one that I know of that has been relentlessly documenting all of these eyewitness accounts, and he's been doing it for years. He's also the first one decades ago, or well over a decade ago, when he had his radio show, to warn people that food and water was going to be used by governments as a weapon. Not so much a weapon to kill you, but a weapon to control you. If you can't feed your family, I mean, there's not a lot of men and women that if they can't feed their kids wouldn't do anything that includes bowing down to what the government wants in order to get food on their kids' table. So we're going to go through now. Please remember that the few that we're going to go through are only from the last week or two. I will put a link in the article associated with this video so you can come to his alerts yourself. Go through the last year, and you'll see how many of these, and you'll see that people have been preparing, actually governments, elite, have been preparing for over a decade for whatever event, and I'm not going to claim to know what event it is. Some might say an asteroid, other will say Nibiru, another will say an EMP or economic collapse. Whatever it is, they've been preparing for something a major catastrophic event that is going to force people to have to fight to survive. And food and water is going to be used by the government in order to control the populace. Now this one is from December 15th. Tactical grocery accumulation must now be undertaken. Keep an eye out for surveillance now at grocery stores and don't shop alone. It says at grocery stores, he's taken to shopping at night after work, and there's hardly anyone else shopping. You can already imagine product is just not there. I can remember looking at anything like mustard and there being so many kinds, and now you usually only find one or two different brands, but that's now normal, as is the ever-increasing prices. What's newly startling are all the looks you get. It's as if you can no longer socially acceptable to buy a full grocery cart full of food. If you do, you get dirty looks and sneers. Even the stores now provide mini carts. Now, they go on to say Walmart is like a ghost town, and they want you to familiarize yourself with the OODA loop, which they say is observe, orient, decide, act, and that nation states around the world and even terrorist organizations use this as part of their military strategy. Now, this is one person's account, but here's another one. Okay, Walmart Stasi interrogation tactics in Alabama. Guess what? Even Dorothy knows we're not in Kansas anymore. It says, Steve just spoke with a close friend whom I'd advised to make another trip to stock up with a large Walmart gift card she'd received as sort of a Christmas bonus. Our area hasn't seen the shelves going too bare as of yet, but she was alarmed by her experience at the register upon bringing around her full cart. One of your previous Q Alert contributors was right on the money. Ugly looks were the least of her concerns. When the teller girl began to ring her up, she was repeatedly questioned about the quantity and particulars of her selections. Why are you only buying canned food and toilet paper? Why do you need these bags of salt? Why you got med kits for? That sort of crap. What's more, at some point during the process, another associate accomplice was signaled and brought over. The implication was that the second airhead girl was also asking suspicious questions, possibly scripted, as they seemed basically unlikely queries for her mental demographic, perhaps. Basically, the whole line of questioning began again, but with more focus and deliberate scrutiny. The whole situation left my friend feeling shaken and disturbed, yet another blatant warning to those with ears to hear. There's more. I'm going to go ahead and link to all these, like I said. And as a little side note, when this video is published, give it a few minutes before the article will be, because I have to publish the video doing better than the article and then publish the article. Now, this reminds me of, I had to hunt it down because it reminded me of something from earlier in the year. We're going to go ahead and find the Info Wars. And this is where LZ Army Navy Surplus Store had a very interesting story about the New York Homeland Security encouraging businesses to snitch on preppers if they purchased MREs, ammunition, flashlights. It's to be considered suspicious activity. So these aren't just eyewitness accounts, but this story was all over the place. I just picked this one because it was the first one I found. But this lady who runs the store said they tried to put a sign in her window to encourage customers to call the New York State Terrorism Tips Line to report suspicious activity under the mantra of "See Something, Say Something" campaign. And some of those things were MREs, flashlights, weatherproof ammunition, night vision equipment, match containers, gas masks. Any of this is suspicious activity. So if you want to prepare to protect yourself from anything that could possibly happen, all of a sudden you're treated like a terrorist. That's something that's been talked about a lot too, but we're going to get back to the food issue. I just wanted to bring this up because this all fits in with it, and we'll connect the dots here at the end, but let's go on to the next alert. Okay, feasting in their bunkers. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. All food is being directed away and ultimately cut off from being readily available to the average person. You might be interested to know I just came from shopping tonight at a large chain grocery store. I do not know what the heck happened in the few days since I was there last. I got what I usually do, runs me around $80 to $90. Tonight it was $168. What I noticed was have still not been restocked in over a week. Jimmy Dean products, ice cream, cheese products, prepared breakfast foods, milk, butter, breakfast cereal, shortage of fresh meats, obvious lack of hams and frozen turkeys. It's that time of year when they're usually in overstock because of holiday meals. There was an abundance of cookies, candy, snack crackers, chips, low-grade produce. Some people might sound normal, but I'm in the heart of Amish country. I have 4 huge chicken processors 6 miles north of me. I have a huge pork processor 10 miles west of me, 2 east of me. Heck, I have a huge beef processor 3 miles away, and I have a friend who works at a meat processing plant that makes French toast sticks, and they're running almost 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. 2 dairy processors within 20 minutes of me. 3 ice cream manufacturers within 20 minutes too, all running full bore. So where's the food going? Our store shelves should be packed. I know through our USDA inspector that other producers are also running full bore. That's turkeys, hams, bacon, sausage, bologna, chicken, beef, all running full bore 7 days a week, yet it's become expensive, but there should still be plenty of it. Not what I saw today from the state of Pennsylvania. Another, and that's December 15th again. Another one from December 11th. All day long my email's been filling up with reports about foodstuffs disappearing. You really are on vapor lock as far as time and availability of food goes. Steve had just got back from Save-A-Lot in Mountain City, Tennessee. It appears the basic supplies are dwindling. They're out of salt except for 2 damaged containers. Spoke with someone and they said they keep ordering it but it doesn't come in. Also, all the lily white flour self-rising and all-purpose were gone, and there were very few, maybe 4 bags of a store brand of self-rising and 16 bags of the all-purpose. It's not a lot for this time of year. Please, people, stock up on your basic supplies: shortening, oil, flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, vinegars, while they're all affordable and available. Thank you, my brother, for all you do. And let's see the next one. Medford, Oregon, Walmart. The shelves were very bare, empty spaces everywhere. No lettuce at all, empty refrigerated foods. Says Steve, God bless you and all you do. Always reading the comments regarding Walmart. I went there yesterday in Medford, Oregon. The shelves were very bare, empty spaces everywhere. No lettuce at all, empty refrigerated foods. I know, especially thanks to you, that this wasn't a good sign. I asked the lady at checkout, why are the bare shelves? She said they have just had a lot of shoppers. It was quiet Tuesday afternoon, awake and aware. Another one, December 9th. Single mom who swallowed the red pill almost 3 years ago in reference to waking up to what's going on. Just wanted to confirm some things here in central Kentucky. On Sunday this week, our local IGA's meat counter had about 1/4 of the meat cooler empty. I mean, bare bones minimum of everything, including hamburger. The steak selection was weak at best and turning in color. It was so noticeable my 8-year-old daughter pointed at it and said, "Look, Mommy, the meat's all gone." Also, I was shopping at the deli department yesterday, Monday, at our local Walmart, when I noticed that their area, which holds salads and beans to sell by the pound, had only small bowls of items, but half as many bowls. The shelves have been sparse in some sections as well. They even ran out of powdered sugar at Thanksgiving. I pray for the safety, salvation, deliverance of family and friends, as well as you and those who voice the truth. Another one, December 8th. Just came back from town. I ran to Walmart to pick up a few things before the snow comes in. Needless to say, I spent more than I intended due to the following info. As I was at the deli counter, I asked about some slaw. I was told they're not getting the salads in and some cold cuts because the warehouse is empty. Walmart's warehouse is empty. As I shopped around, I noticed empty and sparse shelves. I spoke to the butcher, the man putting up dairy goods, and they said the same thing. So I picked up my ham for New Year's and other food items. I did notice plenty of chunky soups and other storable goods, but who's to say when they're gone and when they'll be replaced? There's a little more there. Again, I'll put all these links in there. Now, this, what you're looking at, I'll be linking to this too. This is Steve Quayle's archive page. He lists stories that he finds important around the web so that people can go there and read about them. And these are hot headlines. Now, if you go into the archive page, which I will link, you just, under the link text, type in food or food shortage or whatever you want, and it will bring up everything he has put in, and it gives you all the pages. I did food here, and there's 379 pages. Just take a look at some of these, and a lot of these are mainstream media also, but they're all over the place, and they're reported as separately. Nobody seems to connect it up. And it's happening with increasing frequency. Now, there was also an email that was sent, and that was reported on yesterday by Live Free or Die. I'll link to this too, where a source emailed us. It was forwarded. An email was forwarded to us, warning that MREs are being ordered by FEMA and USDA in various states across America, and told the orders are of tremendous size, and they're being shipped to underground locations, which, as he puts, further confirms the elite and governments of the world are preparing for something huge. Now, recently I pointed out that Bob Fletcher Investigation, on their website, he had listed over 100 of these doomsday layers. And some of the bigger ones that people will recognize the name of is Denver Airport, Weather Mountains, Site R, Raven Rock, Area 51, Camp David, under the Capitol building. I'll put a link there again. I did create a video for that. I'll go ahead and put that in here on, in the article lower, so everybody can take a look. They are preparing for something huge. They've been preparing for something huge, which makes me think it isn't one set event, maybe a variety of them, but the fact that it's all happening with increasing frequency leads us to believe that it's imminent. It's coming. Whatever it is, it's coming, and it's coming fast. So everybody follow the links. Go to the article. Follow all of the links. Read it for yourself. Judge it for yourself. You may decide you don't believe any of it. You may decide, okay, look, we better start stocking up. Either way, good luck, be safe, pay attention.